India is the largest film producing country, but it is not with any sense of satisfaction or sense of pride that I say it. Most of the films made in India, even now, are just garbage. Only few are good, and some are intended to be good. Not good enough, but intended to be good. The intention is good enough for us. In a situation that cinema is in India, it was like that. That was the time when Satyajit came and made a film. Very scientifically, his process of entering into cinema, filmmaking, was very, very scientific in the sense that he had some of the people who were all dedicated, and it was like aggressive infiltration by a dedicated band of boys who just made an aggressive infiltration into cinema and made the film. And that was what was intended. That was what was necessary at that time. Because in a country which is very conformist, the cinema also used to be very conformist. And that was the time when outsiders had to come. Outsiders with enough knowledge of cinema. And they were all young people. And then they were together under the leadership of Ray, and they walked into, they made an aggressive infiltration into cinema. And they became insiders. They came to cinema and they became insiders. And that was a great revelation to us. And that was for the first time, and a total cinema was built in India.
Well, as far as I knew him personally, he himself was a kind of enormous appetite to learn new things. I have seen him learning a musical instrument, a quad, when he must have been at least, near about 50. At that age, he was taking lessons from an expert, from a person at that age to learn the musical instrument. And in his conversation also, I could always gather that he believes in acquiring skills, acquiring knowledge, acquiring new learning. So he was very open to this. And that must have reflected in his filmmaking also. By the way, whenever there used to come a new lens or a new apparatus of filmmaking, I found him so much interested in trying to understand the machine or the lens or whatever it is. And this thing reflected in his films too. For instance, in the film Abhijan, you will find the taxi driver sort of learning his lessons of rudimentary English and Bengali, because I think it's a constant theme with Mr. Ray in all his films, even in his books, of oneself elevating himself from his situation, from his existence, widening his horizon and becoming. It's kind of a sojourn of a man towards a more complete self. It's always there.
I think language is very important in any film. And with Ray, I think he was Bengali. He wrote his own screenplays, and Bengali was the language that he was most comfortable with, and English. And even in Hindi, he didn't, because he didn't want to allow anybody else to write his own screenplays, because, as I said, language was very much a part of his acting. I mean, everything fitted in. So sometimes just one word explained the whole scene. It's like in World of Apu, when Apu is forced to marry this girl, and at that night, he's pacing up and down and he's saying, I'm like this and I'm like that and I don't have money and I don't know what to do, and do you think you could manage? And she just, nods her head and said, yes, parbo. Now there is no other word than parbo, It's not yes, it's not anything, it's just that I can, but it says it all. Suddenly that little girl whose marriage was almost broken up, she's like a little pawn. She should be quite helpless and sobbing away in one corner, but she doesn't. She takes on the entire thing and says, yes, I can. So that strength of character just comes from that one little word. And like I told you earlier about the intuition, tomar kono intuition nahi. Now that use of that English word there, it says it all. Or the word play in Piku's diary about the heart attack and heart. It's just beautiful. So I'm sure the translators do their best, but I'm sure so much is lost. But thankfully, Ray's words, when I say it, is very important, but it's not that important because the visual also carries so much, and his music also. But sometimes the words is very important, only a certain. So if you understand it, then of course it's so much. And like he did build a bridge between Bengal and the rest of the world. It was not really India, because he was not popular in India. He was very popular in Bengal, and he was very popular outside India. But the rest of, like Delhi, has never heard of, they may have heard of Ray, but he's not popular. Maybe Raj Kapoor was more popular here than Ray. So he never made, although he was offered and he wanted to make Hindi films, but he was always scared. He felt that he would lose control. And he never did make films in Hindi language. Although he worked with actresses like Shabana or Smita Patil or Amjad and others, but he didn't want to make it in Hindi language. And when he did, he wasn't very happy. He was happiest making films in Bengali because he knew the language so well. So well. It was like, brief to the point and yet so expressive.
He had said it a lot of times, he did mention, and there are a lot of interviews with him talking about his last 3 films. Yes, he was a bit, he was a bit shocked by the corruption and by the disintegration of human values, and so that's what he portrayed in the last 3 films. I did that, and it was a very extremely conscious thing. He wanted to do it, and when he was making his last film, The Stranger, Aguntuk, he told Utpal Datta, the main actor who played the uncle, said that you have to be very careful because you are my spokesman in the film. So, learn your dialogues. So do it properly. So don't forget.
We were all expecting this for quite some time because he was not keeping well for a few years. So in my mind, I knew that probably he will not survive this last illness.
অনেকের চেহারা খারাপ বারবার অসুস্থতা হওয়ার জন্যে খারাপ অনেক সময় হয়েছে, কিন্তু আমার ছবিতে কখনো খারাপ আসেনি। কেন জানি না, সামহাও আমি অ্যাঙ্গেলটা ঠিক করে দিতাম। সিকলি মনে হতো না। মাঝে মাঝে ডাক্তার বসে যিনি দেখতেন তিনি বলতেন, আমি ছবি তুলুন তো। উনি তো আমাকে বাধা দিতেন না। ছবি তোলার পর ডাক্তার বসে দেখাতাম, তিনি এসে মানে দেখাতেন, কোথায় আপনার ছবি, শরীর খারাপ হয়েছে, দেখুন তো আপনার ছবিগুলো।
So after a few days, I was working in a theater. I mean, playing actually. The performance was going on. After I came out from one scene, someone told me that he's no more.
আমার পিতৃহারার থেকেও অল্প বয়সে বাবাকে হারিয়েছি, তার থেকেও কোনো অংশে কম না। আমি যেন সব কিছু হারিয়ে ফেলেছি, এটি আমার কাছে বারবার মনে হচ্ছে।
It was so touching, the kind of farewell that this city, which he loved so much, gave him. There were very young people, my students. They were standing in groups and were singing a song from Gopi Gain Bhagavan. Maharaja Tumake Salam. Salute to you, the king.